Hey guys, X2 here, and welcome back to today's video. With Battlefield 5, we got a taste of DICE and EA's way of giving us free content and content spread across the game's life cycle, along with their attempt at a Battle Pass system, which was also called their Tides of War, that came later to the game with the release of Firestorm. Their somewhat successful attempt at Battle Royale, and what I mean by that is it kind of got the community a little bit back. They played for a couple weeks, and then the game went back down to shit. With today's video, I want to talk about things I would like to see the team at DICE add to the Battlefield 6, which is, we don't know the official title, but we're just going to assume it's called Battlefield 6, the next game in the franchise. While you're watching this video, I would like for you to think about things you want and hope for the next title in the franchise. Let's get started. Okay, so next we're going to talk about cross-progression, cross-platform play, and the cross-generational, hopefully, in this title. With Call of Duty 2019's release of Modern Warfare, it came with something that the Call of Duty community has been asking for years: cross-platform play and cross-progression to carry over to other platforms, also known as cross-progression. With the new gen consoles, Xbox Series X and PS5, cross-generational. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that if you're playing on PS4 or Xbox One, your progress will carry over if you choose to upgrade to Series X or PS5. This also means that if you want to, choose to play on PC, that will also carry over. I should probably mention that as well, that if you want to switch to PC, that your progress from playing on console will transfer over to PC as well. Kind of like a shared account, like an EA account maybe they could do. Kind of like what Activision does with Modern Warfare and now Black Ops Cold War. They have an Activision account. So maybe EA will possibly do something called an EA account, where you can link all your accounts. So like you can link your Xbox account, you can link your PS4, your PlayStation account, and your PC account all on one account, and then your progress is shared and transferred over and so on. With that said, I think it goes without saying that I think the Battlefield community, including myself, would love to see this brought with the next title. I don't see this in any way being a bad thing for the franchise. If you find this in a bad way, or if you think any bad way for this, let me know down in the comments why you think it's going to be bad. I believe as long as I've been playing Battlefield, the Battlefield community has been wanting to play with their friends across platforms as long as the Call of Duty community has. Imagine playing a huge conquest map, and let's say they bring back Caspian Border from Battlefield 3, and with the earnings call basically confirming the game's going to have larger player counts, say 150 players above, your friends from PlayStation, Xbox, PC, the new gen consoles can join you and have fun in the classic Battlefield chaos and destruction we love. For example, you jump on Caspian Border, let's say squads are back to the 5-player squads like they were in BF4, and y'all want to all hop in a jet and fly around and destroy shit. You can do that together, and that would be fucking amazing. Next up, we have the Battle Pass system in seasons. Now, calm down before and just let me talk, okay? Let's talk about the Battle Pass system. Again, like I mentioned in the intro for this video, I said that Battlefield 5 gave us a little taste to what this would be like. Personally, I didn't like the way it was set up and how it looked. I didn't like how Tides of War was set up in the game and how it looked. And I didn't... along with the items and the stuff we got with Tides of War, I didn't really like that, but that's not the subject here. We don't know much about the game, considering EA and DICE have literally said nothing about the next title. We can only guess and conceptualize things till we get official information about the game. Let's use Modern Warfare and now Black Ops Cold War's Battle Pass for an example, to give us a little taste or at least a vision as to what Battlefield's Battle Pass could be. Obviously, the Battle Pass would go from Tier 1 to 100 with various cosmetics. Think of Battlefield 4's camo selection from guns to vehicles to your operators. Added to the Battle Pass would obviously be new weapons, equipment, vehicles, operator skins, and like mentioned before, camos. Maybe even double XP tokens of sorts. Now, what I mean by this is, if you guys realize or know or remember, in this case, Battlefield 4 had like double XP. I don't know what they were called in the game, but I'm just going to use the word tokens. They were double XP tokens that you could use to gain more XP in the game. With every Battle Pass would come seasons. Now, before you start raging with ACB 90 knives and MTARs in hand down in the comment section below, I want you to think that this isn't just me wanting Modern Warfare to be copied into Battlefield 6, or whatever the game's called. Granted, Modern Warfare was the best Call of Duty, in my opinion, we've had in decades. You have to admit that what Infinity Ward did with Modern Warfare was amazing, and single-handedly that what made and what brought the COD community together. And every game should copy, or at least at the very least do something along the lines of what IW did with Modern Warfare. Anyways, back to season. I really don't think I need to explain the whole season thing because it's kind of self-explanatory. But I will say, let me know down in the comments below what you think about the next title having a Battle Pass system and season similar to what Modern Warfare has in Black Ops Cold War, along with having a season every 2 months or so. I should probably mention that with every season would come with it. Every season would come with a new and maybe old returning game modes. So like we got our Conquest, we got our Rush, we got, you know, Team Deathmatch, Domination, maybe a Search and Destroy kind of mode. You guys know the classic Battlefield game modes we know and love would make a return, and maybe some new game modes. Modes to make returning to the game for players to sink their knives into and take their tags. Speaking of tags, maybe bring in a new game mode, kind of like Kill Confirmed. Sorry to make a big Call of Duty reference here, but a knife-only game mode where each enemy tag you grab with your knife counts as a, you know, score towards your thing. This game mode would kind of be like free-for-all. It could be TDM, depending on where DICE wants to take it. And maybe with a score of 100 tags, and you would win the game. Going off track here, but does anyone remember the game mode Scavenger from Battlefield 3? Because I do, and I miss that fucking mode. DICE, please bring Scavenger back to the next Battlefield. If you don't know what Scavenger is, Scavenger basically is like a mini Battle Royale, but it's TDM, where you go around finding different weapons on the ground, and each weapon has one magazine, and you've got to spare your ammo to kill as many people as you can and switch and grab more guns. It's a very fun game mode, and I hope others remember the game mode. Does anyone else remember it? Because I absolutely love it. Along with that, we could bring Gunmaster. Gunmaster's pretty much been in every almost a Call of Duty. I'm sorry, almost every Battlefield except for BF1 and BF5. But anyways, maps as well. We got all the new maps returning. So like I mentioned before, Caspian Border, Operation Firestorm, Operation Metro. Operation Metro was my favorite map of all time. I absolutely love it. And maybe maps from BF1, not BF1, sorry. But BF3 and BF4 maps basically returning. Also, North Shell Canals. Please bring that map back. It's amazing. Don't fuck with it. Basically, just remaster it from Battlefield 3 and shove it into Battlefield 6 or whatever the next game is called in the title. And maybe a new mode, separate from MP, zombies. Maybe a horde mode? Maybe both? I don't know. I did make a video previously, back when Battlefield 1 was like the game of the, not the game of the year, the Battlefield game of the year. I'm saying that in terms of like it was that year the game came out and stuff. When the game was like a live service and stuff, when it was going through and playing. I actually made a video on why DICE should add zombies or make a zombies mode to Battlefield. And I think it would be amazing. And they should do it. And thank you, DICE. Speaking about how zombies would be and like how cool it would be for zombies to be added to the Battlefield franchise. It's never been done before, and I think it would be amazing. I'll leave that in the link in the description. On to our last part of the video, and I do apologize for this video being long. Hopefully it isn't, and I can cut it down, you know, a bit. This part might be its own video if the video is already too long, but I don't think it will. But, alright. The feel of the game. I'm having a bit of struggle here as to what I would hope and want for this title to feel like. I would love for Battlefield to go more of a hardcore tactical feel route, kind of like Squad, like Postscriptum, all those kind of hardcore tactical shooters. But I know the Battlefield community really wouldn't enjoy that or like that, considering what we got with Battlefield 5, to where they kind of tried to go this hardcore route with like all their like animations, the revive animation, like the resupply, the rehealing animations and all that. And speaking of the animations and stuff, I would really love for them to keep like the animations, but I don't know, because I know some people don't like the animations because like you could be stuck in an animation and then get shot, and then that's very frustrating. So, and again, I hate to make comparisons to Modern Warfare, but kind of like a mixture of an arcadey feel and a hardcore tactical shooter feel to the game. Again, sort of like Modern Warfare. While we're on the topic and talking about the feel of the game, it goes without saying that I would love this game to be a modern game, like I just previously mentioned, like we got with Battlefield 3 and 4. And I think most people can agree with me, at least on the era of the game. If you won't agree with me on most of the stuff I mentioned in this video, like the hardcore tactical feel of the game, and like what we'll mention here soon, the gunplay of the game, you can at least agree with me on the era of the game being modern, or at least literally like a carbon copy of BF3 and BF4. This kind of fits in with the feel of the game and with features of the game, so I'm going to kind of just slide right into the features here. That being the gunplay. I would love, and I have no idea, no clue how they could do this, but if DICE could somehow make the guns feel like the guns in Modern Warfare. Again, I really hate to make that comparison, but if you haven't played Modern Warfare, the guns in that game feel so fucking good where you literally nut every time you shoot the guns. That's how amazing the Infinity Ward team at Activision did with the guns in Modern Warfare. They are so good, and I would love that feeling to be in the next Battlefield title. DICE, please, edit. I'm going to quickly pass the rest of this stuff over so we're not making the video like a 20-minute long fucking video for you guys. Now, Battlefield kind of already has something like this, but I would love to see a kind of gunsmith thing added to this title. Again, like Modern Warfare, you'll see some clips here on the screen of what I'm talking about. But Gunsmith would love... I would just love for Gunsmith to be in the game. Like, I know Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 actually kind of has it, but leaning more towards Battlefield 4, kind of has this gunsmith system in play, but I would like for it to be more in-depth like Modern Warfare, with like a barrel attachment, a like muzzle device, a grip, a stock, a optic, and a grip, a handguard, and all this stuff. I think that would be really cool, and just make it more in-depth to the game. Next up, I would love to see ADS reloading for all the guns, except, LMGs, because it's kind of not easy to reload ADS while reloading with a belt-fed machine gun. Again, unless it's a Magnum machine gun, it's very difficult. At least from my experience, I don't really know how to... I've never reloaded a belt-fed machine gun, but it's much easier to, ADS reload with a magged LMG, kind of like an M27, an L85A2, or an MG36, which those are actually already modeled in the game, so that's not bad. So like ADS reloading, pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to take your eye off your optic to reload. Again, like Modern Warfare, I'll show some clips on screen of ADS reloading for Modern Warfare. I think DICE can do it. I think it just maybe not with the Frostbite engine. I would like to see mounting or leaning or some kind of hybrid of the two in the game. I think it'd be a lot better. Like leaning was in, I think it was in BF3, and I think it's kind of in BF4, but it's like very finicky. If not perfectly fine, but I think mounting and leaning would be a nice thing sprinkled into the game, and there's not much I need to say there. Now, getting to the most descriptive thing I have here. Operator customization. We'll briefly go over this, but the ability to swap and change out different helmets. So like you got your airframes, you got your Cry Precisions, you got your Team 1Ds, you got your regular bump helmets, you got just your regular Vietnam style helmet. I don't know if that would be advantageous for you to use in a modern combat game, but like different helmets, kind of like your Desert Storm helmet, your Mitch 2000 helmets, and all that kind of thing. That'd be pretty cool. And not just helmets. If you want to wear like a beret or a baseball cap or some kind of other hat in the game, kind of like a beanie or something to If you want to look like you're in a snow map and you want to keep warm, you just wear warm hats and stuff. Along with that, we got goggles, so like any type of goggle that looks tactical as fuck or something. Along with that, we got glasses, so anything that looks tactical as fuck for glasses and goggles. We got different plate carriers, and along with plate carriers, we got chest rigs. Plate carriers and chest rigs are different. I know that's if you don't understand that kind of thing, but plate carriers is basically a chest rig that holds a plate, armor-piercing plate. Uh, not armor-piercing plate, but a plate that protects you from bullets. So we got different plate carriers and stuff. I'll have like stuff flash on the screen or maybe a list on screen of different plate carriers and then different chest rigs. Basically, this element kind of like go to Escape from Tarkov in a sense, where they have different plate carriers, they have different chest rigs, and I think that'd be really cool. I don't know much of like different names for plate carriers and chest rigs, but if you just Google like different plate carriers or different chest rigs, you'll probably find like a fuck ton. Or if you're into airsoft, you already know where I'm going at. You got different plate carriers, like you got hundreds of plate carriers, you got hundreds of chest rigs. I'm gonna stop saying that word because you probably are already triggered of me saying that multiple times. We got battle belts. If you don't know what a battle belt is, it's basically just like a chest rig on your belt, like on your hip. It carries extra mags, carries like a med bag, extra pistol pouches, anything you can carry on it, like a pistol holster and stuff. On the pistol holsters, we got different pistol holsters. So, like if you want a drop leg or a hip holster, or maybe a plate carrier holster where it goes on the top front of your plate carrier. That's where your pistol goes. And like in game, they could probably model like depending on where it's located on your body, you can draw it faster. So like if it's up on your chest area, you could probably draw it faster. If it's on your hip, you could probably draw it. I think you could draw a hip one faster than a chest one, and then so and so for like a drop leg holster and stuff. Along with that, we got different mag pouches. So like this is kind of like a given because I think they can already do this. So like if you're running a gun, like if you're running a 5.56 gun, like an M4 or something, your character would visually have 5.56 M4 mag pouches. And then if you switch something to like an AK-47, which is a 7.62, your character would visually have 7.62 AK pouches, and that goes for literally every gun. So they don't have to like manually design, you know, patches for different mags and stuff. They could just design a default mag pouch for that specific mag. So like you got 308 mags, which is 7.62 by 7.62 by 51. Sorry, I'm retarded. 308 M 5.56, 5x45, 7.62. You got all that stuff. Next, we got BDUs to combat pants to combat shirts. Now, there's a difference between BDUs and combat shirts and pants. Again, I'll have an image on screen of just normal BDUs and then an image on screen of just normal combat pants and shirts. Battlefield 4 already has this. All your characters have combat pants and shirts. It's the ones with like the integrated knee pads. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you play Airsoft, you already know. If you're a military guy, you already know what I'm talking about. But if not, I have images on screen. Along with that, we have, you know, changing the camos of those, but we'll get into that just in a minute. But changing of the gloves to the boots and the face covers, so like different balaclavas, different face covers. Maybe you can wear a schmog with a face cover. Maybe like those like ballistic rating face shield things that are like they cover the front of your face but not the back. We got different helmets and stuff. We already mentioned that. But for different gloves, we got like hard knuckle gloves, we got mechanics gloves, just Oakley gloves, and all that stuff. Along with changing the camos for basically everything, because you can put a camo on everything, honestly. Again, even down to changing camos of the pants, the shirts, the helmets, the plate carriers, chest rigs. You can even mix match camos on your said person and your equipment. So I got an example here. Let's say I want to wear black multicam. Now, side note, black multicam is my favorite camo of all time. I just don't know why. It just looks badass. You could have bottom black multicam, top black multicam, but for your chest rig, your battle belt, maybe your boots and gloves, your helmet, all could be tan or multicam or whatever color you want. That way you have a mixed match color. So again, my example would be black multicam bottoms and tops, but all of my gear would be tan or just normal multicam for like some contrast or something. So like if you want to do like a winter loadout, but you want some like darker colors, you could go all white and then with some black, all white with like tan or something. I don't know. Feel free. But I still want to have the classic Battlefield classes we know and love, like the Assault class, the Engineer class, Support, and Recon. I want those to return because those are really cool. So they're definitely going to have to make the like cosmetic gear and all that specifically for that class, so you know, whoa. So you look at that and you go, that's a badass Assault class. So like you know that's an Assault class, and then vice versa for every other class. So like Recon would get like, they wouldn't get helmets, they would get like, in Recon Sniper, if you're not picking up on that, but Sniper would get like less heavy gear, very less heavy gear. So like chest rigs only with like maybe lightly armored plate carriers on them, or armor on them for that matter, with like boonie hats, ghillies, and like very light gear is what I'm getting at. Support would have like the heavy shit, so like they would have helmets, but they would have like the box mag pouches, they would have like radios and stuff. And then Engineer would be like the intermediate, where you would have like heavy but medium as well. And then Assault, it's kind of like your all-round. You could have a heavy-ish but medium kind of class setup, if you guys know what I'm going. All right. So lastly, what the fans want the most, it seems, and I agree with them, and what they would want out of this entire video from what I was saying, is fully supported and fan-run and fan-owned custom servers at launch, or at the very least 2 months after launch. Do I need to explain this further? The Battlefield community has been wanting custom servers ever since they got rid of them in, I think, Hardline. I don't know if Hardline had custom servers. I could be wrong. If Hardline had custom servers, just let me know down in the comments. I think they did. But custom servers is like a big thing in the Battlefield community. Everyone wants it. Everyone needs it, kinda, because like there's some, you know, creative liberties the community, the Battlefield community, can do with their custom servers. Like make a very hardcore tactical hardcore server. I don't know why I said hardcore twice, but make that a very visceral, very tactical server. And then there are other people who want a very fast pace, and then like you can ban certain guns, you can take certain guns out of classes, you can fuck with the health, fuck with the, you guys know what I'm getting at. So I think the community really needs custom servers at least 2 months after the launch of the game. And maybe that will come with like a season or something. So like, let's say season 2 comes with custom servers for the community. That'd be amazing. There we have it. Things I want and hope for the next title in the Battlefield franchise. Nothing stated in this video is clearly officially confirmed, nor do I think any of this will come true, unfortunately. The only thing that I think will come close to this is the free DLC content and content spread across the game's lifecycle. That includes battle passes and seasons. Alright guys, so now it's your turn to let me know down in the comments what you guys would like to see added to the next title or hope for in the next title of Battlefield. Also let me know if you agreed or disagreed with what I mentioned. And one last thing. Make sure to share the shit out of this video to your friends and to DICE on Twitter, to any other socials, so they can see this and maybe consider adding any of these things that I've mentioned in the video to the game. One thing I would like put over anything that I mentioned would be the free content, the free DLC content spread across the game's lifecycle, free for everyone, no exclusivity for anything, any platforms. Battle passes in the season, and the cross progression, cross platform, and cross generation. That's one thing I would put above everything else in this video for DICE to do. If they don't do that, it's going to be kind of shitty, if I'm honest. So make sure you share this to your friends, share this everywhere. Make sure DICE sees this. If anyone from DICE or someone you know that works at DICE, let them know about this. Point them to this video so they can maybe consider, just slightly consider adding any of this stuff to the game, and I think it would be amazing. Let's hope for the success of the next title in the franchise, and for our sake, let's hope this game is fucking good. Because if it's another Battlefield 5, we're fucked. I think I'm done here, so thank you guys so much for sticking around this long. Make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss a upload, because I have to say that now because subscribing doesn't do shit on YouTube. I think that's all I got to say. Again, let me guys know if you agreed or disagreed. Let me know what you want to see added and hope for the next title in the Battlefield franchise. And let's hope this game is fucking good. Let's hope at least some of the stuff that I mentioned in here comes true and we hear official teasers and stuff. Let's hope the marketing isn't shit. I forgot. That's one thing I forgot to mention. Let's hope the marketing is not garbage in this game. And let's just hope this game is amazing. Adios, guys. See you in the next video.